Think you know America's most predictable states? What if everything you've heard about them was only half the story? Today, we're going beyond the stereotypes to reveal which states proudly live up to their reputations and which ones will completely shatter your expectations. We'll uncover surprising facts, hidden histories, and cultural quirks that most people never hear about. Whether you're a proud resident or just curious about America's diverse states, you're in for some genuine surprises. Let's begin this journey across the United States, starting with the states that absolutely own their stereotypes. When you think of Texas, certain images immediately come to mind: cowboy hats, pickup trucks, and everything being bigger. And you know what? That's not wrong. Texas fully embraces its larger-than-life reputation. The state has more than 700 drive-through liquor stores, proving convenience is king. But here's what might surprise you. Despite all the cowboy imagery, nearly 90% of Texans actually live in urban areas. Cities like Houston and Dallas are melting pots of culture, with Houston being the most ethnically diverse major city in America. The state's famous pride isn't just talk either. Texas was an independent nation for nearly a decade, and that independent spirit still runs deep today. From the oil fields to the tech hubs, Texas continues to write its own rules while staying true to that unmistakable Texas identity. Now let's talk about Florida, the state that gave us the legendary Florida Man headlines and more memes than we can count. The stereotypes here aren't just true, they might be understated. Florida leads the nation in both skydiving accidents and lottery winners, which tells you everything about its extremes. About 1 in every 3 residents is retired, creating this fascinating mix of spring breakers and senior citizens. But here's something most people don't know. Florida actually has more plastic surgeons per capita than Los Angeles. Between the beaches, the nightlife, and the year-round sunshine, appearance matters here. The state's unique ecosystem supports both alligators and Disney World, which is somehow the perfect metaphor for Florida's duality. Whether it's bizarre crime stories or hurricane parties, Florida never fails to deliver on its unpredictable reputation. California represents the American dream for many: surfers catching waves, Hollywood glamour, and Silicon Valley innovation. These images are real, but they're only part of the story. The state produces nearly half of America's fruits and vegetables, with the Central Valley being one of the most productive agricultural regions in the world. Yet at the same time, California is home to about 40% of the nation's homeless population. The contrast between wealth and poverty here is staggering. Even politically, California is more complex than people realize. It actually has more registered Republicans than any other state, though they're outnumbered in statewide elections. From the tech billionaires to the migrant farm workers, California contains multitudes that defy simple categorization. New York might be America's most iconic state, known for its fast-talking residents and towering skyscrapers. The stereotypes about New Yorkers being blunt and in a hurry? Mostly accurate. But there's so much more to discover. Upstate New York is culturally and geographically closer to Canada than to Manhattan, with stunning wilderness that few visitors ever see. That classic New York accent you hear in movies. Only about 23% of native New Yorkers actually speak that way today. The city's incredible diversity means over 800 languages are spoken here, more than anywhere else on Earth. While Times Square gets all the attention, the real New York exists in its neighborhood bodegas, ethnic enclaves, and subway musicians. The state's identity is constantly evolving, yet somehow always remains distinctly New York. Alabama often gets reduced to college football and Southern stereotypes, but there's remarkable depth here. Yes, football is practically a religion, and sweet tea flows like water. Huntsville, known as Rocket City, has the highest concentration of PhDs in the nation, thanks to NASA's Marshall Space Flight Center. The state is home to the world's largest guitar factory, where Gibson produces legendary instruments. Even Alabama's quirks have character. It's still technically illegal to wear a fake mustache in church that causes laughter. From the civil rights history of Birmingham to the white sand beaches of the Gulf Coast, Alabama consistently defies expectations while staying true to its roots. Now let's turn to the states that break all the rules, the underdogs and unsung heroes of America. First up is Ohio, often dismissed as just flyover country. This couldn't be further from the truth. Ohio has produced more astronauts than any other state, including Neil Armstrong and John Glenn. The state's contributions to sports are legendary. The NFL was founded in Canton, and the first professional baseball team was the Cincinnati Red Stockings. Even Ohio's signature dish, Cincinnati chili, reflects its innovative spirit with its unique blend of Mediterranean spices and chocolate. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland celebrates Ohio's musical legacy that includes influential artists from the Isley Brothers to Devo. For a state often reduced to cornfield jokes, Ohio's impact on American culture is extraordinary. Mississippi frequently ranks at the bottom of national surveys, but this overlooks its incredible cultural contributions. The birthplace of blues music gave us legends like B.B. King and Muddy Waters. Mississippi's literary tradition includes Nobel Prize winner William Faulkner and best-selling author John Grisham. The state actually has more Black millionaires per capita than California, a fact that challenges common perceptions. Even in education, the University of Mississippi's creative writing program rivals Ivy League institutions. From the fertile Delta soil to the Gulf Coast casinos, Mississippi's complexity goes far beyond simplistic stereotypes. Nebraska might seem like just endless cornfields, but it's full of surprises. Omaha has more billionaires per capita than New York City, thanks largely to Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway headquartered there. The state is the birthplace of Kool-Aid, which was invented in Hastings as a liquid concentrate called Fruit Smack. Nebraska's unique single-chamber legislature is the only one of its kind in America, designed for efficiency and transparency. Even the state's geography defies expectations. The Sandhills region contains the largest intact grassland in North America. For a state often overlooked, Nebraska quietly excels in unexpected ways. New Jersey endures plenty of jokes, but the reality is far more impressive. The state consistently ranks #1 in public education, outperforming even Massachusetts. New Jersey's diner culture is so important that there are laws protecting their 24/7 operations. The state has more scientists and engineers per square mile than anywhere else in America, thanks to its pharmaceutical and telecommunications industries. Even culturally, New Jersey gave us Frank Sinatra, Bruce Springsteen, and countless other icons. From the boardwalks to the research labs, New Jersey proves that first impressions aren't everything. Finally, let's talk about Arkansas, a state that combines natural beauty with surprising sophistication. Walmart's headquarters in Bentonville funds world-class art museums, including the stunning Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art. Hot Springs hosted Major League Baseball's spring training before Florida became the preferred destination. The Crater of Diamonds State Park lets visitors hunt for real gems, the only public diamond mine in North America. Even musically, Arkansas gave us Johnny Cash, Glenn Campbell, and the legendary Levon Helm. From the Ozark Mountains to the Delta Flatlands, Arkansas offers far more than most people realize. After exploring these states in depth, it's clear that first impressions rarely tell the whole story. Every state contains fascinating contradictions and hidden depths waiting to be discovered. Whether your home state was featured or not, we'd love to hear your perspective in the comments. Share which facts surprised you most, or tell us about your state's most misunderstood qualities. If you enjoyed this deeper look at America's diverse states, be sure to subscribe as we'll be exploring more regional stories and surprising facts in future videos. Thanks for joining us on this journey beyond the stereotypes. Until next time, keep an open mind and stay curious about the incredible diversity that makes America unique.